Welcome everybody to another episode of RLR Unboxing. Tonight we are unboxing Destination Neptune. This was developed by Ian Brody, published by Griggling Games. It is for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. Plays in 90 minutes. This is another game we got off of miniaturemarket.com on their clearance sale. So I was going through and picking out some games that looked interesting. I watched a review of this by Tom Vassell of the Dice Tower. If you're not familiar with his series, definitely worth checking out. Amazing YouTube channel for board games. Very, very awesome. I actually just backed their 5th or 6th season. Their upcoming, 12th. I don't know. I backed their upcoming season on Kickstarter. His as well as Richard Rottoham and Rotto runs through. Maybe it's his 5th season and it's like the Dice Tower's 12th or they're really, really up there. They've been doing great videos for quite a while. So, but I really like the Dice Tower, and I'm always happy to see to find a game review by them, whether it's Tom Vassell or Z Garcia or Sam Healy, Game Boy Geek. Anyway, a lot of people do videos for the Dice Tower, so definitely worth watching. And I really like their reviews and opinions on them. So I decided to pick this one up. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. All right, so pretty large box. Destination Neptune, because this was, let's see, when was this developed or released? I gotta find it here. Oh, 2013, there it is. At least the copyright date on here. Let's say recently enough that Neptune is the farthest planet in the solar system and not Pluto. Did you hear about Pluto? It's messed up, right? For my psych fans out there. Quite an extensive rule book. It's a very, very big board game. A lot of components and cards and pieces. So there's a lot to it. It's got very geometric artwork. Like the artwork is not it's not super fancy or anything. Like you've got here like base, factory, and colony. I mean, the artwork on the box really is. You can see the artwork on the box is pretty nice, but that's not the artwork for the whole game. The artwork for the game, and I'll get out the board here. It's like I said, it's very geometric, and it's a holy crap. It's a gigantic board. So it's a quad fold board. I don't even know if it's gonna fit. So, yeah, massive board. It's got a number of rings around the outside. There's a fame scoring track, and you can kind of see up at the top. There's a regular scoring track that goes all the way to the top, along the top, and then down the side here. So you start down here, but you've got, Jesus, I can't even get all of it on the camera there. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then there's Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. But there's also other astrological or astronomical, I don't know, I think astrological objects. And, there's more than like just Mars right here. There's more than just Mars. There's Mars, there's Earth's orbit, lunar mineral beds, and lunar polar regions. That's, did I say Mars? There's Earth. On Mars, there's the polar regions and the mineral beds. So they got things like that. But then there's an asteroid belt down here. But on Saturn, it's got some of its moons, Titan, Enceladus, and it's got the atmosphere. There is the Kuiper belt all the way out here. Jupiter and some of its moons. There's the Jupiter, there's atmosphere, and then its moons, Europa, Callisto, and Ganymede. So there's a lot to it. Down here, you've got a technology tree. The technologies, you can see the little symbols there. They have different meanings and they unlock different things. Like you need them in order to do different researches or place colonies on certain planets. But really big board. Really cool. Oh, and then the numbers here are like the fuel costs to move from like from Earth to Mars is like 2 fuel cost, and then 2 more to go to the asteroid belt. So you could, I believe, you can go like straight from Earth to the asteroid belt as long as you can pay the 4 fuel. But very sturdy, really thick. That's good. I don't like getting boards like this that are super thin and flimsy and fall apart. I mean, this is thick, heavy duty. Holy crap! So I don't know if it was me or if it was during shipping, but some of these have already been punched out or fallen out. So there's a few of those in there. So I believe these are the fuel tokens here. I'm not sure what the yellow ones are. What do those yellow ones represent? Credit counters. Yeah, these are the fuel counters here, and these are credit counters. I believe these are fame markers or victory point markers, one of the two. These cards, Intrepid Spacefarer and Diversification. Those are additional victory points. +3 victory points to player with bases on the most planets. +3 victory points to player with a factory or colony furthest from Earth, where that player also controls a research mission. So, okay. So there's a board full of punches. And kids are like that. They like doing punches. Who doesn't like? I like doing punches. So, nothing wrong with that. And there's a number of cards. These appear to be standard size cards. I don't think there's... if you want to sleeve the cards, by all means, it'll definitely protect them. I don't think there's a lot of card-based activity. I mean, there are like this is a research mission, and there's plenty of cards, but it's not like a card game per se. So you may not be handling the cards as much as you are in another game. It's more of a area control, area influence game. Pick up and deliver. There is some hand management as well because of the different things that you have. Technology and factories produce and fuel brokers, things like that. That's what most of these are. Attract investors, scoring card. So these are a lot of the same, and they all provide different bonuses and different actions. Fairly thin. I don't know if that's I don't think it's got a linen finish on it. So they're pretty thin. So it may not be a bad idea to sleeve them just because they are kind of a flimsy card. I don't think you use the cards a ton, but you never know. There's 108 cards. There's 73 cards for the regular game, 4 player aids, 19 location cards that are used with optional rolls, and 12 event cards that are used with optional rolls. So the 73 cards for the regular game, I mean, you could sleeve those with 2 packs of 50, for $6 or $8, however much it's going to cost you, depending on where you get your sleeves from. These looks like, event cards, Comet Collision, Asteroid Strike, Rich Vein, Technology Tax Credits. There's really, that's the artwork on all the event cards. So there's nothing fancy about them. Like the cards for the regular game, they're pretty cool. It's decent artwork. Research missions, factories produce, build. So the artwork on these isn't bad. There's a technology card. So these ones aren't too bad. I don't know. Attract investors. This one's okay. I'm not blown away by the artwork, but I did realize that, like, going into it, because I did watch the review. Some really cool pictures of the planets. There's Mercury. There's Venus. How down? Anyone take a guess? Yeah, that's Earth. Come on. Come on, Sun. It's another psych reference for us. Earth. There's a couple for Mars. There's an asteroid belt. Jupiter. And asteroid belt. This is a bunch of rocks. Rocks in space. Jupiter. Saturn. Uranus. Yeah, I said it. Neptune. So, and then there's the Kuiper belt. Looks like the same as the asteroid belt there. There's some player aid cards as well. So, I believe all of the planet pictures came from the NASA Image Archives. There's actually special thanks in here to NASA's Image Archive. So definitely those ones, coming from there. Let's see here. Lots of baggies in here for all the components and pieces. I mentioned this in previous videos. For games that do send you all these baggies and everything, if you don't end up using them all, hang on to them. Save them, because not every game sends the baggies like this, and there's no sense in throwing them away. Just save them, throw them in a drawer next to your gaming collection or whatever, but just save them, and then if you have a game that doesn't come with baggies or doesn't have enough or whatever, just pull them out and you got plenty. So hang on to these baggies. They're great because they're a little bit higher quality and a little bit thicker material, I think, than Ziploc bags. Also, they come in the nicer, smaller sizes and stuff. So there's that. And then there's all the wooden tokens in here, which are used for various parts of the game. And a big bag as well, and we can use that big bag for something too. Throw away the silica gel. So these are just wooden tokens. They're scoring markers, or for placing like at the various like research stations or colonies or whatever like that. But they're pretty thin discs, but blue, yellow, purple, red. So they're fairly thin, you can see. But I mean, they don't need to be super thick or anything. So, and then looks like our little rocket ships for each color as well. You got 3 rocket ships of each color. So that's all of it there. So that is Destination Neptune by Ian Brody. I'm, as with many of the games, of course, looking forward to playing it. I wouldn't have bought it if I wasn't looking forward to it. But I like area control and area influence games. The pick up and deliver aspect. I don't know if I've played a ton of them. I did just back one on Kickstarter called Snowblind that is a pick up and deliver game. But I don't mind them at all. The ones I played, but I do like area control type games like that. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, once we get 5 plays in, we'll make sure that we post our 5th play review. And if anyone out there has played it or you have any comments, go ahead and leave those in the section below. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at RLR Gaming and Twitch at Rantus522, and like us on Facebook as well. So until next time, thank you everyone very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.